So here we have the form y equals mx plus b. This is referred to as the slope-intercept form. This is a linear equation form that will show us a lot of different things. It's called the slope-intercept form because the number in front of the x is then the slope. And the number b, when x equals 0, is the intercept of the y-axis. So let's just make up some equation here. Y equals 2x plus 7. I just made that up. First, we note that this is in the y-intercept form because we have y completely by itself. It is not 7y equals. It is not 1/2 y. It is just purely y. And that you must change your equation to get it to just y. So here we have y equals 2x plus 7. And the 2x is right after the equal sign. It's exactly the same form. So what does this mean? This means this number is m. And m stands for the slope. So the slope of this equation is 2. And we do know it's a positive 2. Well, where does it cross the y-axis? What is the y-intercept? If we take this equation and we set x to 0, 0 times 2 is 0. It means y equals 7. Now, this is where it crosses the y-intercept. Since we know this formula is the slope and intercept form, we don't have to stick 0 in there and do the multiplication. Once we get in this form, we can just say, oh, it's 7. And that we can just take away without doing any kind of mathematics on it. So your next question, or perhaps a previous question, is what is a y-axis and what is a intercept? And what is a slope? Let's write over here what the slope is. The slope is equaling 2. And the y-intercept equals 7. And I'm going to rewrite this equation here. Y equals 2x plus 7. And let's get rid of this, because I'll edit some. So here we have the exact same equation, y equals 2x plus 7. We note that it is in the y-intercept form, y equals 2x plus 7. So our slope is 2. And our intercept is 7. What does slope mean? Slope is the rise over the run. How much it goes up for how much it goes over. And here we have the slope equaling a positive 2. Now everyone knows that a single number is not just 2, it's 2 over 1. So how much does this slope go up? It goes up the top part. 2 goes up 2 for every 1 that it moves over. And since this is a positive slope, it goes up 2 for every one it moves toward the right. Let's look at the y-intercept. We know from this equation that the y-intercept is 7, which means that when x is 0, y equals 7. Which of course, if you look at that mathematically, that makes perfect sense. Y times 2 times 0 plus 7, y equals 7. Well, y equals 7, I wrote it twice. What does that mean? Y to the sky and x over there toward Bob's house. Now we've said when x is 0, y equals 7. So that is a ordered pair. And you could write x equals 0, y equals 7, just like that. And now we're going to graph it. X equals 0. That's right there, that's 0. Now y is positive 7, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to put the dot right there. So we know from examining this equation that the y-intercept is 7, and it crosses the y-axis right there. What else do we know? We know that it has a slope of 2, which means it goes up 2 and over 1. So we'll start right at the intercept and go up 2. 1, 2, and then we'll go over 1. Just like it says. Now we put that point and we draw this nice little line through there, which goes on to infinity and beyond. And that is the line of the equation. And you could also say, probably more correctly, this is the equation of that line. Y equals 2x plus 7. Let's shoot some more. Batteries are going dead. So you're given an equation, y equals 3x plus 6. Just by inspection, you know the slope equals 3. And the y-intercept equals 6. So you can graph that by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it goes up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. And you draw a line right through there. It should be straight. That is the graph of this equation. We can do a million of them. But wait, you say, what if you have something like this? 1/4 x. The slope is 1/4. It goes up 1 and over 4. And we graph it. We haven't changed the intercept, so we're still at up 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we go up 1 and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I missed that, but that is the line. On these, you should always keep them as a fraction because a decimal will cause you problems, meaning you could say this is y equals 0.25 plus 6, which is true. Then you should convert this to a decimal, convert this decimal to a fraction so you can figure out how much it goes up and how much it goes over. Y equals negative 6x plus 1. What do we know about that? It is in the form y equals mx plus b. The slope is -6. -6 is the same as -6 over 1. So now it goes down 6 and over 1. And it crosses the y-axis at 1, right here. Let's go down 6 from where it crosses the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And over 1. 1. Now we've gone down 6 and over 1. And our line looks crazy like this. As you can see, from left to right, it's going down.